This client of ours just found this beautiful home. They were so excited about it. So they decided to call me up. Not being quite sure if they were actually ready to buy or not, or they were more so just curious about the market. I said, why not? Let's go take a peek at this home. It was in an area that they definitely wanted to get into, close to the schools for the kids, closer to work, all that sort of stuff. It just made a lot of sense for them to get into this home if they could. Well, we went and checked it out, and it was beautiful inside. It was finished well. It was clean. It was well taken care of. And again, it was in the perfect location, one that they couldn't have been happier with. They absolutely loved this home, and they absolutely needed it. They wanted it. They had to have it. Here's the problem that we had, though. The market had slowed down considerably, and they had a home that they needed to sell to be able to buy this new one. Today's video is all about answering the age-old question for home sellers out there that want to buy a home. Should I buy my next home first, or should I sell my current home before I buy my new one? This video is designed to help you proceed with caution and explain to you how it could cost you more than just money depending on how you choose to proceed. But the good news is you're going to come out of this armed with the information, knowing whether it is smarter to buy first or sell first when you need a new home. Not only that, of course, but I'm going to let you know exactly what happened to this family and how they played the situation. If that all sounds good, let's get into today's video. Hey, it's me again. It's Darren with the German Group. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe because we release content on a weekly basis on everything to do with real estate in the Surrey market, BC market, and the White Rock market. You don't want to miss out on any of it, so make sure you subscribe. And if this video provides some value to you, give us a like as well. So this is a problem as old as time and something that I've been dealing with helping clients navigate since I've been in real estate since the year 2007. Here's the thinking that goes through most would-be home buyers' heads. I want to buy a new home and I'd like to secure that home and know exactly what I'm getting before I put my home on the market. This way, I know that I've got a house to move into, I know exactly what I'm getting, and I can play it as fast or as slow as I want to. These people don't want to be left homeless. They don't want to sell their home and not know what the other side looks like for them. And this is how the process plays out. They locate the home that they want. They write an offer on that home. And in that offer, they put a condition that says something along the lines of,
"This offer is subject to the sale of my current property. If my current property doesn't sell, I don't buy your home."
They proceed to do all of the due diligence on this new home that they need to. Things like home inspection, ensuring they can get financing from the bank, and all of the other minute details that go into purchasing a home. And 99 times out of 100, the seller of that home is going to insert a clause into that contract saying something effectively along the lines of,
"You, the buyer, have about 24 or 48 hours to remove all of your conditions. If another offer that we want to accept comes in,
we're going to punch you out of spot." So they will let you do your homework on the home. They will let you get your home up for sale. But if somebody else comes along, they're going to work with that other offer. Now, depending on the market conditions, you as this would-be home buyer and eventual home seller need to decide what the best way to proceed is. For us to really effectively break this down, there's 3 things that you watching at home and I need to agree on. And these 3 things are really the only possible outcomes that could happen if you choose to buy a home before you sell. The first is it sits. This means the home that you want to buy sits and eventually you get to buy it. The second is you sit. You can't get your home sold, which won't allow you to buy this new home. And the third is the home sells to somebody else. These are the only 3 things that can happen in the scenario where you want to buy a home and then sell. So let's break them down and see what the pros and cons are of each. The first one is you buy the home. The plan completely works out and everything goes in your favor. Obviously, this is ideal. And if this is the way that it works out, that plan came to fruition. This is exactly what you wanted. But there are some negatives that you need to consider if you want to go this route. Depending on the market conditions, your home could be for sale for a very short period, or it could be for sale for a fairly long period. When you make an offer on a home prior to selling, what you are effectively doing is locking in today's price on that particular home while you are going to try and sell your home. One of the biggest differences of this is your home is going to be subject to whatever market conditions are available at the time. If you fail to price your home appropriately or the market fails to receive the price on your home that you're looking for, your home could sit. This means the home that you've written an offer on isn't experiencing the market conditions that your home is. You've effectively locked in the price on that home and are allowing your current home to be subject to the market conditions and any price adjustments that need to occur to affect a sale. Now, while this is all happening, you have done things on the new home, likely, like a home inspection, like an appraisal of the property, which all of this really could run you, maybe $1,000 or more. But the fairy tale ending to this scenario is that your home eventually sells and the plan works out. You've now bought the home, and this is wonderful. Part of what I was alluding to, though, is the second consideration of your home sits. Your home doesn't sell. You aren't able to get the price for your home that you need to make the purchase happen. If your home doesn't sell right away and you find yourself needing to continuously adjust to the market conditions, you're starting to create a bigger and bigger gap between the price that you committed to on the home you want to buy versus the ultimate sale price of the home you're selling. And not only that, you've spent some money in the process. So if your home ultimately doesn't sell, you're going to be out that money for things like appraisal, inspection, all that. This brings us to the third scenario. The home sells to somebody else. Because there's a 48-hour clause or a 24-hour clause, whatever that is in these contracts that says if another buyer is to come along on the home that you are trying to purchase and they can effectively kick you out of spot to work with the new offer, you really don't have the security that you probably think you do. And in fact, that's why a lot of people get into these buy before you sell scenarios, because they think they actually are securing a home prior to putting their home on the market, which really isn't true. All it really means is that it feels better thinking that you have some security in the home that you think you're going to move into, but it's really not yours until you sell your home. If that home sells to somebody else, you've spent all that money, all that time, and all that energy, and you've really got your hopes up on a home that you're not going to get. So you need to decide what is the best option for you. Does it really make sense to buy before you sell? Because look, you're either going to get the home or someone else is going to buy it. So you really need to decide on what is the best way to proceed for you if you want to buy and sell your home. Since we know that the only three things that can happen is you get the home, you don't get the home, or somebody else buys it. When you understand that locking in a market price on a home and the fact that that seller can kick you out of place for another buyer should they come along, many times it makes more sense to put your home on the market first, attract offers, know what price you're going to get, and build in some contingencies into that offer to make sure you're protected and you don't find yourself both homeless or buying a home that you're not in love with. This is exactly why we designed a PDF called the Crazy Market Playbook. And this PDF was designed back when the market was going bananas. Everything was selling in a matter of days and properties were ultra competitive, especially for when you were a home buyer. This information works both ways, however. When you're buying and selling a home, those are actually competing interests. It cannot be good for a buyer and good for a seller at the same time. It just doesn't work. So this Crazy Market Playbook offers 4 strategies to make sure that you can find the home and secure the one that you want without being homeless after you sell your home. We used to feature it on our website, but it's not there anymore, but I will leave a link or an email below this video where you can reach out to us and we're happy to make it available for you. It offers 4 strategies to help you be successful if you choose to sell your home prior to buying your next. I promised you that I would finish the story about this amazing young family that found this incredible home and they decided they wanted to try and buy it prior to selling the home that they had. So here's what happened. We put an offer in on this home and the market was just coming off a very, very busy period. Since we had agreed to an offer price with the sellers of the home that they wanted to buy, we had frozen a market price for that home as the market was starting to change. And this is all in conjunction with as we were getting their home prepared for sale. Initially, when their home went to the market, it was quite busy, and we thought we might get multiple offers on it. But in fact, nobody ended up even showing up to write offers on this property because at the same time, the Bank of Canada was moving rates incredibly aggressively up, 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 and buyers were feeling very unsure about what the market might look like. Nobody wants to pay today's value for a home when they think it might be cheaper tomorrow. So buyers kind of put the brakes on. Interestingly enough, both homes sat on the market for weeks and weeks and weeks with very little activity on either one. Our clients, well, to get our home sold and under contract, we had to adjust to the market conditions and we had to adjust the price. Their asking price had to come down almost $50,000 to account for the changes in the market. And that sounds like a big number, but this was a fairly expensive home to begin with. So we're talking about a price adjustment of under 5%. Some good news, we got an offer on their place and we were able to get it accepted. The only challenge was because of the gap between where we thought we were worth versus where the market eventually changed to and we had to adjust to, we had to get a substantial price adjustment on the home we had offered on. 99 times out of 100, a home seller who has an offer agreed to in a scenario like this is not going to budge a penny in terms of their price to make the deal work because they want what they have been committed to. Amazingly enough, with the work of a very talented real estate professional on the other side of the deal and the German group helping our buyers, we were able to also negotiate that home down an additional $50,000 from the original offer. In the end, we got our client's home sold and they got into the property that they had been dreaming of. So it ended up being a fairy tale ending in the end for everybody. However, it was certainly challenging getting it to that point. Should the seller of the home that we had written the offer on not agreed to adjust their price by the $50,000, being a little unrealistic about what the changes in the market had done to the value of their home, our clients would have spent a ton of money, a ton of energy, and experienced a ton of disappointment in not getting the home that they had set out to buy in the first place. In the end, everybody's happy and everybody got what they were looking for. And in the end of this video, you now know the pros and the cons of choosing to buy a home prior to selling yours. And after you download the Crazy Market Playbook, you'll also know 4 ways to protect yourself against being homeless or buying a home that kind of sucks. I'm curious if you've ever experienced a situation like this. Maybe you're a veteran home seller, home buyer, and you've been through a market similar to the one that we're in, and you maybe decided to buy before you sold. Or maybe you sold your home and you had challenges finding a home that you wanted to buy. Share your story with me and the watchers of this video below in the comments. And I commit to responding to all the comments. I would love to see what your experience is in this scenario. And look, while you're down there, if you want to check out the links to our new BC Home Buyers course or schedule a time to speak directly with me about buying or selling your home and you want some really great advice, definitely book a time in my calendar and we will make ourselves available to put you on a path to success. Now that you're armed with this information, I hope it helps you make great decisions moving forward in the future. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And look, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.